warmed up well. All right, here we go. Get my tchotchkes around. Welcome to the Jew York Times. It's the Atonement Edition, baby. Yom Kippur is in a couple of hours. We're going to be talking about all of the things that we should feel bad about. What should we feel good about? Was this year the year that we caused the chaos? Or was this year that God maybe gave us the chaos to bloom? Rich, my Goyish roommate, my non-Jewish roommate, I am always joined with Richard Hunter Cunningham Templeton III off camera, so he doesn't, so he doesn't get canceled. Because I say some pretty mean stuff about the Jews. I got a whole 5-minute rant about the Hasidic community that you're about to be privy to.
Amazing.
But Rich, it's Yom Kippur.
Right.
Do you know about Yom Kippur? Are you aware?
I'm familiar enough. There's a lot of forgiving.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that right?
Well, you hope there's forgiveness.
Oh.
That's the thing. Do you, what else have you? Do you know about the traditions and stuff? Do you know like how you have to wear certain things at synagogue?
I don't actually.
The dads, they all have to dress in white coats, like kittels. The kittel,
like a ditty party?
Yeah. The kittel, if you're unfamiliar with it at home, it's it's what they wear to the ditty party. If you don't have, kittles historically were like, if you had an invite to the ditty party, to the white party, then you had to go and find a white jacket. But like, let's say there's no white jacket. Let's say, they're all sold out. You put on a kittel and that's what it is. It's pretty fun. No, it's kind of, it looks like what the Ku Klux Klan wears minus the hat.
Okay.
The kittel looks like it's just a white robe. That's supposed to kind of make you look like an angel a little bit. It's supposed to be very pure.
Really?
Yeah, you wear it Yom Kippur, you wear it to the Seder. The fathers wear it to the Seder. It's one of those things you wear after you get married.
Interesting.
Or I think some people wear it before they get married. Like
maybe
most people are non-Jews, though. I don't trust their way they're holding.
Maybe my ignorance is showing, but I typically have not associated angels with Judaism.
Oh, we love angels. We got them
Really?
everywhere. Oh, yeah. The angels are big.
Because I think of angels as being like kind of peak Christianity.
Yeah, it's almost like you stole something from us. You stole our books. Go to the Vatican archives and see about all the times that we talk about the angels that you guys took there.
Wait, but who is hotter angels? The Christians or the Jews?
The Christian angels are smoke shows. That's the difference.
Yeah.
All of our angels are there to teach you a lesson. Right. It's all there to just like guide you and give you like a thing. All the Christian angels, sex appeal. Hot.
Super hot.
I need to admit something also. This is a very interesting episode because I just filmed some branded content for Token Jews. So for Token Chews, the weed brand. And it did involve me taking a bunch of gummies. So I am actually on a gummy, riding a little bit of a gummy right now.
Wow.
So if we feel incoherent or we feel whatever, it's literally because I am right now on 15 milligrams of Token Chew.
That's fair. Well, if anything, if you want to get on the wavelength, then take a token chew.
Listen, I'll take it. And I have a little bit of a Laura bar in me.
And you got a pumpkin pie.
I got a pumpkin pie Laura bar in me.
Did anyone notice that it's fall?
It's fall. Yesterday, the first time I walked down, I was like, it's a little nippy. I got to put on. I got to put on long sleeves.
What's your favorite weather?
Listen, here's the thing. Summer, too hot.
Okay.
Winter, too cold.
Yeah.
Spring
doesn't exist.
Allergies does not exist anymore. And fall, it's a sweet spot. It's a sweet spot,
it
baby.
is.
That's what it is. Wait, okay, we're talking about Yom Kippur, okay?
Okay.
You go to synagogue, you pray all day. You're supposed to atone. It's when the book of the year is inscribed and you're locked in. So no matter what happens, you're either good or you're fucked. That's how it works. And that's it's kind of like it's our big thing. You're supposed to cry. My issue with it, I think, is an issue that a lot of people have with it. Is that sometimes I go to these religious things and I leave the entire time I'm there, I'm just bored, very aggressively aware that I am bored.
Right.
And then I leave just being like, all right, whatever, man. And that's a failure on my own part. And I think that experience is a very similar experience to like a lot of other Jews out there who look for like meaning in this stuff.
Why do you say a failure on your part? Shouldn't they be?
It's Yom Kippur. You're supposed to be the wrong one.
Yeah, right.
Of course, Rich. Yeah. No, you're right. You're right, and I'm wrong. I mean, like, that's the thing. It's that, like, who's right and who's wrong? It's the big question.
Maybe that bespeaks to the dare I say, the personality in Judaism to take on the blame.
Yeah.
Versus,
You know what? That's a genuine question here. Jews, we like to brag about how we're the religion where everyone asks questions. Like, that's the thing we don't shut up about. We're just like, no other religion lets you ask questions. Is that actually accurate? Like, if you go and ask questions in, like, Christianity, they're going to tell you, like, go fuck yourself. How dare you ask about dogma?
Or they might just be like, moving on.
Really?
Like, yeah, I grew up in a pretty darn, like, secular place. So, like, it was, if anything, looking, I think, in an implicit way, religion, or frankly, those who practice religion, on the surface, it's like, oh, that's cool. But underneath, it's like, oh, you're relying on some external source for a moral code. And therefore, you're potentially more likely to fall down a rabbit hole of hell.
So what they're saying is, here's the thing: is that, like, I guess the difference is that between Judaism and Catholicism, from the structure church perspective, would be Judaism. They probably want everyone to read, and Catholicism, if people read or not, maybe it would be better if they didn't read too much. Yeah. And it's an interesting thing. Maybe we are, but then again, maybe we are freer if we just don't read. Man, can you tell that I'm on this gummy? Is that
dude? Well, it's funny. I got for a couple friends this year. The fact that I haven't stolen from the U.S. government, I think, says something.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Pin him this year. Pin him right. All right, here we go. We got two big stories that I want to cover today. Both of which I think we're going to take a really long time. You know what the thing is? Rich does not get to see these stories ahead of time.
And that's fine.
What do you think?
Oh, God.
I'll let you guess what we were going to cover first or second. I got two stories of equal importance that we're going to talk about.
The mayoral race.
That's one.
And the second one, oh, God, which I might just get LaCroix and stare from above. The deal. That's
right. 1 and 2. Rich knows me too well.
Boom.
God, Rich. What do you think about Israel? All right, let's talk about Mamdani. Zohran Mamdani, baby. Zohran Mamdani. Actually, I don't. It's funny. It's funny that I would start that segment by even saying his name. That's not the story. The story is Eric Adams is officially dropped out of the race, clearing the way for Andrew Cuomo, baby. Andrew Cuomo. The Sultan of SWAT himself, the Italian stallion, the touchy-feely pasta monger. Dr. Lasagna, COVID-19 killed my grandma. He is now the front runner. So it's going to be a question of Zohran Mamdani, possible anti-Semite, versus Andrew Cuomo, this person that literally everyone hates. Curtis Sliwa, who is still in it to win it. I wanted to give you kind of like the polling of where we are at right now. Okay, so... oh my God, wait, where'd the polling? I had a whole polling story up. Let me just, break it down the polling. Here we go. Gun to your head before I say the polling. What do you, like, if you were to put money down right now, where would you place it?
Oh, percentage-wise? What immediately comes to mind is probably, I don't know, 43 Mamdani, 34 Cuomo, and then a smattering of Sliwa and other people.
A Sliwa smattering?
Mm-hmm.
I would go truly like a 60-40 Mamdani Cuomo split for one very specific reason that I think no one's accounting for. Who knows how to turn the political machine more than Andrew Cuomo?
Right.
He's gonna find pockets of voters that we don't know. Let's remember one very big thing. Polling has been very bad. And I just want to say this. I don't like either of them. I'm giving you my honest to God take here.
Fair enough.
There are Hasidic voter drives happening in Williamsburg. They sign up 40,000 Hasidic Jews every day to vote in Williamsburg. You see that? All of a sudden, there's just like Cuomo with a bunch of Hasidic guys. He's shaking a lulav and an esrog on Avenue J. they're like finding all of these pockets of New Yorkers who were previously not really activated and started activating them. The voters registration booth in Williamsburg, it looks like Koff's Bakery before Friday. Everyone's getting their challah. You see that? The voter registration in Flatbush, it looks like the Siyum HaShas in MetLife Stadium. It looks like B'nai Brak. It looks like 660 on the Rebbe's death anniversary.
It looks like Nachum Siegel at rush hour.
Do you see what the voter registration looks like in Canarsie? It looks like a matinee of funny girls. Just old Jews. They're turning out all these other, and if they're doing that for the Jews, I guarantee you, every other race demographic, none of which I will say, are being turned. Because I don't want to,
you don't want to
get caught.
You don't want to single anyone out.
It just feels like this is a situation where Mamdani is very clearly the front runner, but I can see a series of things happening that activate these random, voter groups. He still also, as far as I know, doesn't have the endorsement of like Cuomo. Of Schumer. I think Jeffries hasn't endorsed yet. All these random bigwig key to some funding.
He does have Hochul.
I got Hochul.
You got that Hochul energy?
I got that big Hoke energy. So the other thing, though, let's go on to the other side of this, because Andrew Cuomo doesn't have a shot in hell if things just maintain. He is one of the most unlikable people in New York City history. He killed all of our grandmothers and then sexually assaulted a bunch of
our nieces.
Andrew Cuomo killed our grandmothers and then sexually assaulted our nieces on the way to the funeral. Famously an asshole. Yeah. He fell so hard, so quickly. My favorite thing about Andrew Cuomo was that weed got legalized during the pandemic. And the reason why was because Andrew Cuomo kept on sexually harassing people. Remember this? Remember how in the pandemic, everything was closed in percentages? So everything was 100% closed. And then controversy started coming up, and then we'd slowly open up more and more. Yeah. And it was anytime another intern came forward and was I got sexually harassed by Cuomo, we go oh, it's 60% open now. Oh, 50% open. Every single time. We were 2 interns away from having the police defunded. It was right there. It was going to happen. But remember, there was one time we were at 100%, and then another intern came out and was I got sexually harassed by Andrew Cuomo, and then he had a press conference. He was I want to talk about this thing that everyone's talking about. Weed's legal. And that's how we got legal weed. And you know what? Maybe that's not so bad, Rich.
It's not so bad.
But anyways, he's just so likable. And it's kind of funny that he's also all these MAGA people are they love him now. And it's a question of is shady weird? They're both going to be shady and weird. They're both going to have unspeakably bad people defend them and get behind them, and they're going to try to ignore their own issues. Zohran's stuff with Zohran has yet to call out anti-Semitic hate from the left. That's a thing. Cuomo has yet to apologize for killing my grandmother. What do you got to do? Maybe you do have to have a little anti-Semitism in order to get free buses. Would that be so bad? If it takes having the synagogues and bagel stores of New York being harassed on a constant basis to get free buses and free supermarkets in some places, then maybe it's worth it.
Can you put yourself on the ballot? Can you get on the ballot in time?
I would get shot first day if I was ever elected to anything. People say this joke, and maybe jokingly, maybe they're not joking, in my comment section. Hey, run for office. In a million fucking years, I would never, ever run for office. Here's the thing about office. Government positions should be like jury duty. The more that you want to do it, the less you should be the one who does it. The last person you need doing jury duty is someone that comes up just like, yeah, I'm ready to do justice, baby. Let's do justice. They're gonna send the death penalty accidentally on someone. If you want to run for government office, you should not be able to run for government office. That's the rules. The more you want to run for government office, the less you should be able to run for government office. Government office should be like jury duty. Every year, some guy who doesn't want to be it should be dragged into it. Just some guy who's like minding his own business at home and is like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I gotta be the comptroller this year? Damn it.
I think you're describing the movie Conclave. You know?
Yeah.
Like
Conclave. It should be voted. Exactly. It should be chosen Pope rules.
Pope, yeah.
Pope rules.
Because that's the trick, right?
Yes.
It's the one who does not lobby is the one who should.
The most.
The most.
It should be it's set to randomizer.
Oh.
It says, here's 6 randoms that we picked that really didn't want this. Really. 6 guys who really had other stuff going on that they did not want to be there.
Fuck, I gotta.
That's exactly how it. Yeah, you got motherfucker. What, Jerry? I'm the fucking mayor this year.
You're the mayor?
Yeah, I'm the mayor.
You're the
I didn't want to be the fucking mayor. You got to be kidding. 1 second. Let me see if I can call out. Hello?
Yeah.
Hey,
What's up?
I gotta. Yeah, is this is the mayor selection office?
Yeah, it's the mayor selection office. What's up?
Yeah. So I got my mayor duty in the mail.
Yeah.
I unfortunately I can't do the dates at all. I really cannot do those dates.
Oh, well, this is kind of obligatory. So unless it's like a really good excuse,
I have a work thing that day. I have to be there for work. I got work.
What type of work? Are you an essential worker?
I would say an essential work. I think.
Like air traffic control or.
I mean, Best Buy. Without Best Buy, you cannot buy phones, and without phones, there's no freedom of flow of information. So, as like a Best Buy clerk, I like to think that I kind of
City Hall at 4 p.m.
Motherfucker. Anyways, then you know what happens? You get some Best Buy employee, and they start sexually harassing the interns, and that's how you know.
That's how you know. That's how you know you're a good mayor.
Zoran's got to start sexually harassing some people if he wants to be a good mayor. No one's going to listen to him until he starts sexually harassing people. If there's anything that the pandemic taught me is that the only way to get respect. If there's anything that the pandemic taught me, is that the only way to get any respect in City Hall is to sexually harass an intern. Remember how de Blasio and Cuomo would go head to head all the time, and de Blasio would just get smoked every fucking time.
De Blasio didn't have it.
Man. No, he did not have it. Okay, let's go to 538 polling to see where they are at with.
Oh, you believe that website?
Yeah. Here we go. Oh, did 538 shut down? Was that something? Oh, wait, here we go. 538. The NYC mayor. Oh my God. I'm going to see mayor polls. Here we go. And that's right. 538 did get close. I totally forgot. 538 got close. Okay, here we go. So, Adams was like at like a 9% basically before. Mamdani was like plus 19. And now he's at plus 15. Mm-hmm. And then other polls have him at plus 18, plus 20. CBS is at plus 15. Over Cuomo. Yeah. So, like Cuomo is the clear. Cuomo has the biggest hill to climb here. Kalshi, the voting, the predictor app, has Zohran Mamdani at 85%. Andrew Cuomo at 15% odds of winning it. I actually do think that is low. I think this is going to be a lot closer than people are giving it credit for. You're going to see Cuomo just work that political crank in a way that hasn't been done yet. We still got debates coming up. There were so many places that like withheld their endorsements of anything that I could easily see flipping. You also have a ton of like weird money that's going to go into this in a way that is going to like finagle some stuff. Although I will say when Elon Musk tried to finagle that election in, was it Milwaukee or Wisconsin or something, that failed. So money is not the only answer here. Yep. So, and There's a very interesting thing that I've been thinking about through this is that, Israel is coming up a lot in this, like a lot. And a lot of Mamdani's pull, his not pull, but like a lot of the stuff he was saying was resonating because not resonating, but like a lot of people voted him because of like Israel stuff. Like 83% of people who had said that they had voted for him had listed Israel Gaza as one of the reasons why they had voted for him. Now, that has nothing to do with New York. It just is what it is. It just, but that is like a part of it. As the Israel war potentially shoops off, I'm curious how much Cuomo and Mamdani are going to be bringing Israel into the election. And let me explain why. There's two sides to this. So Mamdani has had to figure out organic ways to put Israel into the election thus far because it's something that people care about here. I don't mean, obviously he has every right to talk about it. To me, it doesn't matter what he thinks about it. But if he's seeing some trend, you're not going to ask somebody to not talk about it. Cuomo has come out against Bibi. So Cuomo at one point was part of Bibi's defense team, but has since said that he's against this war. I don't know if the anti-Israel stuff is going to hit as hard if Cuomo's against the war. That being said, the people that voted for Mamdani because of Gaza stuff, I doubt are swayable to Cuomo.
Yeah.
So my big question is, it's a stalemate between those two things. How much is Israel going to actually come up in debate and in like policy talk and everything like that between Cuomo and Mamdani?
Yeah, I mean, it could come up. I mean, Mamdani, I think in debates, like I remember there was the question, right, in terms of like going to Israel, and he just kind of steered it back.
I wonder if they're going to ask him that again.
They might. I mean, right, his response
Idiots.
was simply like, I'm working to be the mayor of New York, and he like brought it back to one of his issues. So that's what I
it was an insincere thing. Here's what I will say. Both sides have done a really good job injecting Israel into this in ways that they don't want to admit. I think that Mamdani has seen a surge partially because of that. So he has found his ways to get in. I know. And I will say also a very valid question as to why he was being asked it. I don't think he should have been asked those questions. It made no fucking sense. It does not make any difference to me. All I care about is safety and affordability in the city. And when you ask him about Israel stuff, like he's bringing up Netanyahu, I would arrest Netanyahu if he comes here. I'm like, I don't give two shits. Like, arrest him or not. It's such a fucking hypothetical. Like, who cares? But he loves answering those questions. But, big question, though. Is the war over before the election? And I say that because New York Times, number 2.
Woo, segue.
Trump's 20-point proposal to end the war in Gaza. So, earlier this week, two very funny things happened. One, Trump made Bibi Netanyahu call Qatar and apologize. I don't know if you've seen this video or have seen pictures from this, but literally, it's in... I don't know if you've seen pictures of this. It's in the Oval Office. It's Netanyahu and Trump. And Netanyahu literally has a cord phone that is just like, he's just calling Qatar and just being like, hey, I'm sorry. And Trump being like, call the Qataris and say that you're sorry for bombing Doha. Call the Qataris right now. What do you think that conversation was like? He calls up. Hey, how's it going? Hey, it's me. Hey, Qatar, it's me, Bibi Netanyahu. How's it going? Is it going good?
No.
Oh, what's wrong? No.
You like bombed us.
No, come on. I didn't. Come on, man.
No, that sucked, dude.
I was amped up. Okay.
You were amped up.
I was amped up. It had been hanging out in Oval Office, and we had just bombed Iran, and everyone was kind of just like letting us do stuff. So I thought, and you get carried away. You never get carried away. Not even one time,
No,
Qatar.
Please. Also, your voice changed a fair amount.
What do you mean, man?
Ziggy Marley?
So Trump makes Bibi call Qatar and apologize, which hilarious. Trump has become like the Jewish mom of the Middle East. Trump just calls it just like, can you please apologize? This is a job that Trump did not want, that you can just tell every fucking week. He just gets more and more annoyed that he has to deal with the most stubborn group of people just yelling at each other constantly.
Yeah. Well, I think it also speaks for Trump. Like, he's at the center of all of these like massive geopolitical issues, and he would just much rather be in front of a crowd, just riffing,
just hanging with his buds,
just hanging,
just the boys. He just wants to be on the Boys Cast.
That's it,
with Ryan Long. So this week, Trump released a 20-point proposal to end the war in Gaza that Israel accepted. Hamas has not accepted it yet, which I want to get into in a minute. There was sources close to the situation have said that Trump proposed this to Bibi and said, if you walk away from this, then we walk away from you. So this was really kind of Donald Trump's last straw here. Here's what I don't fully understand. Then we'll go through what the 20 parts of this are. Did anyone check with Hamas about this? Because they're like saying like now Hamas has to decide. And it just feels like every other fucking time that any of this has happened, it feels like there's been a cycle. Anytime there's been a ceasefire proposal on the table where something gets suggested, one side says yes and goes, we've accepted this proposal. And then the other side says, what proposal? We need to see this proposal. And then they send notes back, and then side one pulls out. And that's been that over and over and over with this fucking thing. And I don't understand what is different here versus all those other times. People were reporting on it like it was a done deal.
Yeah.
Like people were acting like we have finished. There's a conclusion here. We've got in there. That's just not fucking accurate. And it's kind of insincere media reporting, in my humble opinion.
You know what? In Hollywood, we call that development hell.
Hey, listen, we got third act problems. But I don't understand. So, and to this point, like there's been sources saying like Hamas is interested in potentially like, you know, whatever, but there was a 72-hour limit on when they had to come back and say yes. We'll get into the into what the 20-point plan is right now, but you know, Hamas hasn't said yes yet, and it just feels like all those other times. So I'm curious, and it's possible by the time we upload this that there is a proposal that has been accepted and all the hostages are back, and there's no more aid or whatever the problem is in Gaza, which, by the way, it's a hoax. Okay, I'm joking. That was another thing, by the way. Israel's foreign ministry is paying $7,000 a post to certain influencers. Actually, I want to get into that. Earlier this week, it came out that the Israeli foreign ministry was paying $7,000 in some cases to Instagram influencers for posts. And, you know, the content itself was so toxic and pro-war, and like it was like Lizzie Savetsky's and Zach Sage Fox's, and people going to Washington Square Park and being like, do you guys know Hamas exists? You know, like completely being like, oh, there's no aid problems in Gaza. There's no, you know, whatever. Then over the past couple of months, they've started to go against the hostage families. And a big thing here is that there's a lot, hostage families are divided into two factions, which I will say, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong about this, but from what I understand, there's certain ones that want more pressure in Gaza and certain ones that want more diplomatic, you know, this to be handled more diplomatically. I tend to side with the diplomatic side, but I would never speak over column A here. Like, I would never say, like, side one of this is wrong. Side, we need to up the pressure and double down and choke off Gaza is wrong. Like, that is not my position. I'm not Israeli. I am not, you know, I've not been affected in this way. I would never talk over them. There were several American fucking influencers, some of whom like ran away from Israel the second October 7th happened, chartered private planes, allegedly, in some cases to get out of there, who are now saying like, oh, the hostage families that are rallying and protesting this war, they're wrong. Like, that's fucking crazy. And it was those people that were getting paid off by by certain, you know, extremist sides of this. And once again, I have not really dug in to the story specifically. I had never been offered that kind of money. I'm questioning also whether this was like, in trips and whatever and this and that. But so much of the branding from the paid influencer side of this has been fucking crazy. There was a time, I remember one of there were 2 times that I really had issues that made me like completely like repulsed with the social media and internet response from the Jewish side on this. The first one was that there was a gala fundraiser and it was a picture of a bunch of like hot girls in cocktail dresses and they were toasting. And then on the wall behind them, it just said B-Boss, which is the last name of the family that had been kidnapped. And, the mother and it was the babies that, they did not get out of there. The father, God knows what he's going through. And I'm just looking at that and I'm thinking like, who the fuck is this for? This money is going to nowhere. It's just to get Instagram clicks and to say, I'm supporting this cause or whatever. It was those factions that had sullied like what this was. That was number 1 point of repulsion. Number 2 was there was a series of videos that kind of dropped at the same time where it showed influencers outside of by the aid trucks that had been going into Gaza. And they were taking selfie videos of themselves in front of the aid trucks to Gaza. And you can see the other influencers in the back of the shot. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? This is not a photo op. Send CNN, send Fox News, send MSNBC, send Newsmax, OAN, whoever you want to send, treat it like that. But to have like a bunch, we did a brand fucking trip to go to watch this thing is psychotic. And optically, it looked terrible. It also meant that in order for them to let the aid trucks in, it was like a shoot, like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let the aid trucks in, like it's fucking Extreme Makeover Home Edition. And that stuff looks terrible. It looks awful. It is why we lost the fucking war when it came to information. And even if we're 1,000% right, and even if everything that we're saying is 100% accurate, and and we are unquestionably the right thing here and all that stuff, it doesn't make a difference because the way it's packaged makes us look like assholes. So that money, the millions and millions and millions of dollars that whoever decided how this money was spent that went to influencer social media marketing, congratulations, you made the problem worse. You made the problem worse, and now we are going to have to dig ourselves out of this because of this fucking, like, insanity. I don't know who looked at any of those videos. Who saw fucking Lizzie Savetsky going like, Palestinians deserve to be bombed, and thought like, we got to put money behind that. It's just crazy. There's this kid, Zach Sage Fox, who goes into the West Bank and does videos that are like, this is West Bank. He did a video where he had an Australian accent. And he went into the West Bank and was like, "We're looking for apartheid. It's on this week of apartheid hunters." It was a Steve Irwin riff called "Apartheid Hunters" in the fucking West Bank, and it's like, even if you think he is right, you know that looks insane. That's crazy, and they funded this shit. It's like, what are we fucking doing? And for the rest of our lives, we'll be digging ourselves out of this problem that was created because of the marketing and branding behind the response to this war. Do you want to go on Apartheid Hunters next week, Rich?
Thank God.
You've seen the content. I mean, like, speak on it or don't speak on it, but like...
Yeah. No, I mean, and absolutely. Like, definitely and I totally understand where you're coming from in terms of the marketing and packaging. I could see someone respond and be like, understood, fair enough, bad PR. And then I could see them just bring up, like just the statistics
of
60,000 dead. Like, that's probably the worst PR.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
The answer is yes.
Beyond, and I realize even saying that worst, like, not even putting in a PR, like, but I understand particularly you, like, being in this space, like, I imagine being caught between like 2 worlds, 3 or 4 worlds, that's tough. And in the same breath, I can see someone respond and be like, the bigger thing is mass casualties.
I want to say 1,000% right. And the answer is back to that is, this is why you need to separate the government from Israel, because what they've done and who they've decided to prop up and who they've given thousands and hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars to, have labeled us all as this hateful, toxic side, which is so inaccurate. They've made it seem through the power of funding that the Jewish response to this en masse is to support this. And only until fairly recently has there been enough media coverage and been enough all that other stuff that shows the hundreds and thousands of people that are protesting this in Israel, that are showing that, majority of people in Israel don't want this. It just is statistically by every fucking measure, but you would never know that based on where this dollar amount is getting spent.
So I can see what you're saying. It's as if like they unintentionally fed into that stereotype.
Yes, totally. Yeah. Absolutely. They 1,000% pushed that. They also lost where the war is now. Obviously, like, I'll quote every single. You don't need to listen to me. You can listen to every single Israeli general who has said that they've lost the plot at this point. Don't listen to me on this. Listen to every single other, pro-Israel, uber Zionist who says that this war has gone too far. Don't listen to me on that. There was the reason why this all started was because of October 7th, or at least that's where everything picked up. And by not playing that better, they lost the information war on that as well, in my mind, where we don't talk about the hostages anymore because so much of the hostage families are against what is happening. There's been a complete split of why we were there in the first place versus now. And that also happens to be, you call it out the way it is that like a lot of this money is controlled by a Bibi-led, pro this war minority opinion in Israel, statistically a minority opinion in Israel that does not want this going. So you also have this like psychopath who is leading an unhelpful war that is funding this disaster and then is branding it as not a disaster, but is fucking up the branding, and in doing so has turned us all has made us all fucking look like pieces of shit. It's the worst combination of stuff, and no one woke up. And then you have the fucking ADL making everything worse. Or not the ADL, Jonathan Greenblatt. I've been told I should probably stop talking about him. But you have like these groups that were, mega billion dollars being spent that just like, they saw this was not working and they didn't say anything. They didn't use any of their money. And maybe now that there's enough, push against it, we'll start to see something. Anyways, you want to see how Trump is going to fix this?
Oh, boy.
Here's Trump's 20 proposal plan. And there's a very interesting ending to this, I will say. And we're almost done here. Gaza will de-radicalize, terror-free zone that does not pose a threat to its neighbors, number one. Number two, Gaza will be redeveloped for the benefit of the people of Gaza, who have suffered more than enough. 3, if both sides agree to the proposal, this war will immediately end. Israeli forces will withdraw to the agreed-upon line to prepare for a hostage release. During this time, all military operations will stop. 4, within 72 hours, Israel publicly accepted this agreement. All hostages, alive and deceased, are returned. Once all hostages are released, Israel released 250 prisoners plus 1,700 Gazans who were detained after October 7th, including women and children. For every Israeli hostage whose remains are released, Israel released 15 deceased Gazans. 6, once all hostages are returned, Hamas members who commit to a peaceful coexistence will end to decommission their weapons, will be given amnesty. Members of Hamas who wish to leave Gaza will be provided safe passage to other countries. 7, upon acceptance of this agreement, full aid will be immediately sent to the Gaza Strip. 8, entry and distribution of aid will proceed without interference from two parties through the UN and its agencies, the Red Crescent. Rafah crossing will be open. 9, Gaza will be governed under a temporary transitional governance, which may be Tony Blair. For permanent, whatever. So the apolitical Palestinian committee will be made up of Palestinian and international experts. There will be a board of peace that will be chaired by Donald Trump. And include Tony Blair. The body will set the framework for the funding and redevelopment of Gaza. 9, a Trump economic development plan to redevelop and energize Gaza will be created. 11, economic zone will be established. 12, no one will be forced to leave Gaza, which is huge. 13, Hamas and other factions agree to not have any role in the governance. 4, a guarantee will be provided by regional partners to ensure Hamas and its factions comply. 15, U.S. will work with Arab nations to develop a temporary international stabilization force. 16, Israel will not occupy or annex Gaza. 17, in the event Hamas delays, Israel will proceed. 18, interfaith dialogue process will be established. 19, while Gaza redevelopment advances, when the PA is reformed, fully carried out, the conditions may finally be in place for a credible pathway to Palestinian self-determination. And 20, the United States will establish a dialogue between Israel and Palestinians. Donald Trump is a liberal Zionist. Donald Trump and Josh Shapiro agree on Israel. And maybe that's the ultimate thing. Maybe Trump making the mainstream opinion on Israel, the mainstream MAGA opinion on Israel with a Palestinian path forward. I mean, he's got enough power. And there's an irony here where Donald Trump could very potentially be the one that pushes for peace, for a two-state solution in that area. I mean, what he's suggesting is essentially a two-state. It could totally happen if Hamas agrees and Israel doesn't, fuck up when a bunch of missiles get launched there and they say throw it out, we're done. There's a very real potential. This is kind of an end and a new beginning.
Does Kalshi have odds on Trump winning the Nobel Peace Prize?
Let's see. If Trump gets stabilization in the Middle East, guarantee he has every.
I don't think the Scandinavians would be fans.
If he brings peace to Israel, come on. If he brings peace to Israel, they begrudgingly have to say it.
I think he'd have to get Russia as well.
Yes.
If he got both, then it would be. The thing with Trump is he has no beliefs beyond whoever is in the room.
Yeah.
And I could see him do an entire. Oh, I'm giving him way too much credit. But if the circumstance arises where it's like, look, if I just have to wear some tie-dye shirts and listen to Trey Anastasio, he'll fucking do it. Yeah. And if he survives, if he just lives longer,
would that be so bad?
Transformation, man.
Would that be so bad? Rich, we're at the end of the episode.
Right.
Do you forgive me for everything that I've ever done? Ever?
Fine.
I'll let you say kike once.
You can't say the K word. There are two K words you can't say.
Oh my God, we got to end with that on this episode. I don't know if you guys saw it. Number one thing Donald Trump has ever said. He was talking about the nuclear submarines near Russia. And he goes,
Jesus Christ.
He goes, the guy said the N-word. If you can't say the N-word, there's two N-words that you can't say, actually. Which is crazy because that means that we had a president.
Yeah, who literally
said the N-word.
Said N-word. Yeah.
He said the N-word. But it also means that we're not going to hear him actually say it because he knows, apparently. That was a ripe time for him to say it.
Yeah. Did he say it on the Billy Bush tapes? Or
no.
What did he say? Oh, no, he said...
I think he was talking about white women in that Billy Bush tape.
Leave Billy Bush alone. Leave him alone.
Leave him alone. Anyways, this has been another episode of the New York Times. We are going to be here every week. Make sure to tune in, like, subscribe, give us that 5-star of David rating. Have a happy Yom Kippur. I hope everyone has a safe and healthy New Year. Rosh Hashanah. They open up the book. You start to get inscribed in it for a healthy year. Yom Kippur, it's officially lock sealed. So I hope everyone gets inscribed in a peaceful year. I hope that there is an end to the chaos in the Middle East. I hope I find a wife. I hope Rich finds a wife. If you're a man out there or a lady out there who is looking for love, I hope you find wives. If you're a man out there, if you're a lady out there who doesn't want to marry a lady, I hope you find a man.
You're starting to sound like, is it Delilah?
Hey there, Delilah. What's it like in New York City?
Is it Delilah? You know what I'm talking about? The one who like takes all those like people who've like broken up with someone or have been broken up with. She's like, she has that voice.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
is it Delilah?
I don't know what the
Listeners,
fuck you're talking
you don't
about.
know what I'm talking about?
Oh,
What's
like
her
the
name?
lady, the
Yes.
radio lady.
Yes, the
It was
radio
like,
lady. What's her name?
I got no idea. Should I continue the list now? Sapiosexuals. I hope you marry someone smart.
Let me look this up.
People with weird Jewish fetishes. I hope you marry a Jewish person. And I hope that sexually it holds up. What other groups of people?
I think it's Delilah.
The only people who I don't wish find their thing are pedophiles. Pedophiles, I don't know what you want me to say to that. Anyways, now we've gone on too long. What are you doing right now? Is it over? Can we end?
Delilah has had as many as 15 children.
That's too many children.
11 of whom were adopted.
Rich. 3, 2, 1. Barstool.
Waka waka.